Hey, podcaster, want to know a secret? Ben, Liam and Belle are planning a super special Christmas-themed off-air podcast, and we want you to get involved. Got a cracking Christmas story or just want to shout out to your loved ones? Send a voice recording or message to blb@novaentertainment.com.au for a chance to be featured in our Christmas special podcast.
Merry Christmas from Ben, Liam and Belle.
G'day there, podcaster. Got a good one for you right now. We do the currency quiz, make somebody's dreams come true again. Also talk about secrets, get some pretty juicy ones. And we do the passenger shaming hotline, people doing gross stuff with that. And remember, if you ever want to get in touch with the show, or maybe just use it to sign up for like a fake account for like some sort of streaming service or something, our email is blb@novaentertainment.com.au. Disclaimer, please don't use that for dodgy things. That'd be great, thanks.
Previously on Ben, Liam and Belle.
I signed the cremation certificate for a patient who then, when got cremated, but they had a pacemaker in, so it exploded the entire furnace of the crematorium and blew out a whole wall.
Talk about going out with a bang.
And now, live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle.
I didn't think pacemakers would explode if they were. I've obviously never put a human in a microwave, but
On Nova.
Good evening and happy Friday. This show's got a good feeling about it, and we're starting it with what's the secret you had to keep. If there was a secret given to you and you had to keep it, and you can share it, 13 24 10 is our number. Give us a buzz. This is because this week it was the AFL draft. A guy called Sam went pick number 1. That was on Wednesday. The thing is, he already knew he was going to go pick 1 because they went over his house on Monday night and they told him. This is the audio of them telling him.
We've unanimously come up with you as being our number 1 pick, mate.
Wow.
So
You're going to be Richmond player, mate. How good's that?
So then on the big night, they went pick 1. Sam, he had to pretend like it was all happening.
So, okay, so they do that so he knows that he's the number 1 pick. So they all have to then go up and go, oh, what?
I guess, yeah.
That's
and that would have been
amazing.
straight in the group chat that night. You know what I mean?
Well, Sam said, I told a few people close to me.
Okay. Yeah, that means everyone.
Yeah.
But look, sometimes secrets are hard to keep. I kept one from both of you for a whole year. I've never actually spoken about this on air before, but years and years ago, Ben was doing competitive boxing, and he was like, 22 at the time, and you fought a 16-year-old.
No, I didn't.
How old was he?
He was 17.
So,
And it wasn't,
Weird.
it wasn't a sanctioned fight. It was like a exhibition.
so there was, people paid to watch this boy get
We-
bashed up by Ben.
we
and I
paid.
thought
We
it was,
No, I didn't want to fight a 17-year-old. That was who they put in the ring
You
against
said,
me.
give me someone young so I could
No,
destroy
I
them and teach
didn't.
them a lesson. Anyway, no, but this is the thing. I talked a big game and I was like, well, I'll get in the ring with you. And Ben pummeled me. There is some footage kicking around online if you type in, like, I don't know, Ben smashes
I
Liam
think
in the ring.
we do Ben and Liam boxing match.
Just be very careful when you Google that.
Yeah, be careful about Googling that. But so this was like 2 years ago. At the start of the year, I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to train in secret. So for a whole year, I did private boxing lessons 3 times a week, sparring on Wednesdays. And I trained for a whole year, and I challenged Ben to a fight at the end of the year. And then he hurt his knee, and we never did it.
Yeah.
So I literally kept a secret. I was like, oh yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. And I would go, and I was training, and I was working so hard, and I wanted my shot, I wanted my fight, and I think we even recorded like me telling, like, yeah, I'm gonna fight. It was all on, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Literally, it was the biggest big dog move from Ben, just going, well, I busted my knees. So no, and Liam went, okay. All that money, all that training out the
Mate,
window.
my knee feels great now.
Oh yeah.
My knee feels real good.
Oh. Okay.
And guess what? Guess what I've been doing for the last year? No.
We're gonna have a 3-way. We're all gonna get in there.
13 24 10. What's the secret you had to keep?
Emma joins us now. What's the secret you had to keep?
Hello, guys. So a few years ago, Woolworths had that promotion where they were giving away those Disney tiles when you spend $30 or more. And my friend was collecting them for her kid, and another one of her friends gave her a whole bunch. So they're in packets. During that time, there was a promotion. If you find a castle, you win a trip to Disneyland. So her child was opening them up, and she found the castle. These were given from her other friend, and they went to Disneyland. And
So Emma, you know that she went, and that friend still doesn't know.
Still doesn't know. To be fair, I don't know her other friend, but every time I see my friend, I just call her a different Disney villain name.
Cruella de Vil's
She
here.
is an absolute villain.
Oh, dude, I mean, that's brutal. It's
That's such a perfect example of what we're looking for.
Oh, that's incredible. It's like that's the thing, though. I suppose like she did give them. It's like if someone buys you a scratchy for your birthday and you win $200,000,
True.
it's like it is that person's. You did give it to them.
I guess the argument would be if you told them maybe you could try and take like the kid with them or something. I don't know.
It's a
think
tricky one.
The lesson here, if you get a Disney tile, you don't give it to anyone.
Thank you very much, Emma. Kayla in Melbourne, what's the secret you've had to keep?
So I've been keeping a secret from my mum and my dad, and it's a bit of a messy one. So I have a younger sister, and she has a different dad to us, and we were never allowed to know who the dad was until my dad got drunk one night and blurted out to me that it was actually one of his old mates that he used to be friends with when he was a teenager, all the way up till my mum and him started dating.
Whoa.
But then recently, I've just found out that my mum has. So I kept that secret from my mum that I knew, and now recently, my little sister has told me that my mum blurted out when she was drunk that her dad, my little sister's dad, might also be my dad. So I've been keeping that secret from my dad.
Hang on. So now your dad thinks that your sister is not his daughter, but it is.
Yeah, well, he always treats her like her kid, but it's not been determined by blood whether she actually is or not, but there's a high chance
Just do a test here.
And so now there's a world, Kayla, where your dad might not be your dad. It might be your dad's friend.
No.
Let's not go there.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Well,
Yeah.
And Kayla, cracking cool. And also, mum and dad need to lay off the cans because they run their mouth way too much.
All right. 13 24 10 is our number. You can keep your calls coming through. What's the secret you had to keep?
Jill in Sydney, you were keeping a secret.
I was keeping a secret as a teenager. My sister was only 1 year older than me, and she was dating not one but two people called Jason. So when they called up, I had to pretend that I knew which Jason it was.
Yeah, right. So that's even confusing hearing it secondhand. So how did she manage to keep those Jasons apart, or did the Jasons know about each other?
I just got very sick of it, and a few times I'm like, which one are you? And they never cottoned on.
Jill, I mean, yeah, okay, ethically did the right thing, but you can't do that.
I think you can. I think her sister's the one playing with hearts.
Jill, did she ever end up with either one of them?
No, she didn't.
Oh.
But Jill, did you pick up a spare Jason?
No, I definitely did not.
Anonymous joins us now in Melbourne. This will be good. I love an anonymous call. The secret you're still keeping.
When I was we were on a school camp, and a teacher paid me and another student $50 to drop off a troublemaking student home. Because they didn't have anyone else to do it.
Hang on, how old were you?
A lot younger than we should have been.
So what said just get in the like school car and go take this kid home?
Pretty well, yeah. They just gave us $50 and we were like, oh, well, this will be fun. So, yeah, they didn't have any other teachers who could do it because it was so late at night. And
Yeah.
Late at night.
Even more dangerous.
Oh, my
And then did the parents of the trouble child not question why a child was dropping off their child?
I think they were just happy that it wasn't going to go any further.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, right, mate, boys, yep, you're both 10. Your accelerator's there. Now, it is late at night, but you got to be back before the rest of the teachers wake up. So drive as fast as you can, okay?
Remember, indicator, blind spot, okay? You'll be good.
You're listening to Young Kings, Ben and Liam. Oh, yeah, Belle's there too.
Second chance, second chance, second chance. Second chance, talk back on your radio. Second chance,
Second chance talkback. That time of the week where we get to all the calls that we didn't get to. We've done some fun phoners this week. Give us a voice from The Simpsons. That's pretty good.
Yep.
What's your gadgets? Have you done a bit of fraud? And then some people started calling up with too much fraud, and we had to say, like, oh, no, we're only looking for a little bit of fraud.
It's been a wild week.
Yeah, it has. Heather joins us now. We didn't get to your call. You won a year's supply of something.
My family won a year's supplies worth of shapes.
That's so cool. Why?
Because my younger brother, was a little bit dopey growing up, and he was eating just a small packet, and they were off and mouldy. They were like deformed shapes. Yep. And my dad sent a photo in, and then they sent us like 1 million boxes of shapes as an apology.
Nice.
How heck is that? Your poor dopey brother who was just munging through the mouldy pizza shapes. Maybe that's why he was so dopey. He was eating these off shapes.
Flavour you can see.
We're doing Second Chance Talkback. Laurie joins us now. You also won a year's supply of something.
Fiji water.
Oh, very true.
So much Fiji water that I couldn't open my double back gate. There were so many boxes of Fiji water stacked up right to the top of the gate. I'm very hydrated.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. And the turtles would be loving all that plastic.
Yeah, that's a lot of plastic. Couldn't they just give it in one big container?
Rebecca, this is Second Chance Talkback. What did the shirt say that you saw?
It says a woman's place is on my face.
I kind of like it.
Where did you see that?
A university bar.
One of the professors.
That's what I was thinking.
Hey, you know what? If he's willing to give, that's nice.
Thank you very much, Beck. Ben in Brizzy, you've touched Elon Musk.
Yes, I have. So I was doing a few summer camps over in America and was flying into LA. Had a bit of a stopover there. Did the typical Aussie thing saying, can I get a photo? Put my hand around him, and he just looked at me and walked off.
So you saw him at the airport, you asked for a photo, you put the hand around, but then you didn't get the photo?
No photo, and he just walked off and looked at me, and I was like, yep, okay.
Yeah, right. But you did touch him?
Yes.
Okay,
Bloody
good.
yeah, well that's cool. And I'm sure when his AI robots take over, you won't be on some sort of Elon kill list.
Thanks, Ben.
Second chance talkback. Second chance. On your radio. Second chance.
The Ben, Liam and Bell podcast.
Saw this great video today. A dude's, he's filming a TikTok. He's singing. You've seen those ones when people sing and they're like, oh, they really give it their all, but they're like on public transport. So yeah, I know, and it's kind of like, well, you can do that in your own time, or if you're at a pub or something like that.
Don't do it at the pub.
No, if you're like getting paid to be there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, singing at a pub.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm just sort of saying, yeah. I mean,
I think men doing TikToks at the bar.
No. Also, don't do that, obviously. But it's from a different angle of this guy filming the TikTok. Have a listen.
Hey, brother, you're not the only one on the train.
Brother.
Everyone's just trying to get home. They don't necessarily want a performance. They're just trying to have a bit of quiet time. And that's why I wanted to actually set up the passenger complaints hotline. We've got it here, so you can call right now if you have a complaint, 13 24 10. I might call it now because there's actually a complaint I'd like to lodge.
Thanks for calling the passenger shaming hotline. Please state the mode of transport.
Train. Yeah, I saw this one the other day. Just a classic. Fella came on, scooter, fully grown man, by the way, 40, too old to be on a scooter.
Motorised?
No, just a razor. A razor. Barley UE boom with the strap around the sort of body.
Yep.
Monster Energy drink in hand, beanie on, had like a silvery, those sort of shirts that like are reflective almost.
Yeah.
You find that material stinks a lot as well. Just blasting Green Day's Dookie in full, their third studio album. I was just on the train.
Yeah, but you know what?
Just trying to head into the city,
Yeah.
He's enjoying himself.
Yeah, and no one else is. And that's why headphones were invented.
While we are shaming passengers on public transport, I've also got one.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Pass me the phone.
Jump on the call, yeah.
I was on the bus in Sydney. This was a while ago, and an elderly man got on, and he sat on the seat in front of me, and I could see that he was reaching into his bag, and he pulled out a porno on the bus.
How old was this guy?
80? Old enough that it looked like they took his license away. And he got out an adult DVD and he was just reading like the back of it. Like he was just like, look, because they had like the scenes.
Just checking out his new purchase.
He's probably just what he wants to see what he's in for.
Yeah, I don't think you should be doing that. I think you should be doing that on the bus.
Yeah, kids ride to school, but it's not appropriate.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is actually.
That's it.
Yeah.
You go in for the queue and then you backtrack.
13 24 10 is our number. We are opening up the passenger shaming hotline.
Robert in Sydney.
Thanks for calling the passenger shaming hotline. Please state the mode of transport.
I was on the train.
Nice, mate. What happened?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, but they just chucked out a couple of clippers and started clipping the nails.
Oh, you can't be doing that.
Yuck.
And to add to that, it was their toes. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like every week there's a news article about, this person on the plane has trimmed their nails, but rarely do you see it on a train.
Yeah, that's a good one, Robert. Thank you very much. You know what, mate? I'm going to give you a NutriBullet.
Oh, thanks, mate.
No,
Thanks,
no worries at all. NutriBullet, the #1 personal blender brand in the world. We have got more to give away tonight. So 13 24 10, plenty of NutriBullets. We are opening up the passenger shaming hotline, and if you've got a complaint, we'd love to hear it.
Jasmine is here.
Thanks for calling the passenger shaming hotline. Please state the mode of transport.
Train.
Train. Go for it.
Someone was eating a hard-boiled egg. Sorry, I was mistaken. It was a bus. They were eating a
Sorry, go back.
hard-boiled
It wasn't
egg.
a train. It was a bus that you were on.
Yes.
Oh, you're on the wrong line. I'm so sorry. Sorry, no,
Okay.
we got to. Oh, sorry.
We have to go back to the start of this, and we've got to get that right, okay? Here we go, Jasmine.
Thanks for calling the passenger shaming hotline. Please state the mode of transport.
The bus.
Go for it.
Someone was eating a hard-boiled egg
Thank
on
you.
a double-decker bus.
Wow, double-decker.
That's a problem.
Yeah, and I was heavily pregnant. And, not good.
No, I don't imagine so.
Ben, your wife's been pregnant. Mine hasn't. Is there a thing where pregnant women can't be near egg?
Very sensitive to strong smells.
I see.
Yeah,
I see.
you're just nauseous.
Yes,
like,
I didn't know if boiled form. It's like you got to stay away from
Yeah.
certain things.
Raw fish.
Yeah, boiled eggs. Men eating boiled eggs on buses. Leslie.
Thanks for calling the passenger shaming hotline. Please state the mode of transport.
Car.
Go for it.
It was bumper-to-bumper traffic, so I had to do a double take around my surroundings, and someone was plucking their armpit hair.
They were what? Tucking it?
Plucking it.
Oh, gross.
Something that doesn't need to be plucked.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Leslie.
Let's move on, Ben.
Thanks for calling the passenger shaming hotline. Please state the mode of transport.
Bus.
You're on the bus line, mate. What's your story?
Yeah, the other week when we had all that rain in Sydney weather there, the guy in front of us took his shoes off and his socks off and then placed the socks over the edge of the seat in the bus.
Makeshift washing line.
Yeah,
Love that.
just air them out a little bit. Air the dogs out. May.
Thanks for calling the passenger shaming hotline. Please state the mode of transport.
Train.
Go for it.
I was on the train maybe like a month or so ago, and it was just an empty carriage, and I was just in the corner, and there were some 16-year-olds getting pretty busy in the end of the train line.
Oh.
They were probably about 16 years old, and they were not really caring about anyone else being on there, and they were definitely doing some interesting things.
Yeah. Thanks for really ramming home the age there to make us feel extra awkward. The first time you said it, we're like, we'll look past it and just pretend we didn't hear that. And the second time, you're like, okay, yep. And obviously that's not something we condone.
There will be no follow-up questions from us.
I will be closing down the phone line, actually. We're out of business. Thanks for that.
You're listening to Len, BM and Lel. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
Currency quiz!
250,000 up for grabs tonight. Lauren and Sydney, what would you do with that kind of money?
Oh, well, I'm heading over to visit my daughter in Finland, and that's it's pricey, and it's Christmas, and
Yeah,
easily done.
Well, have you heard the game before or first time?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I've heard it, but I haven't played it.
Okay,
All right,
great.
okay.
So you would know then. It's 3 questions, super simple, 250K up for grabs.
Now, we don't know what currency that's in yet. I don't know what they actually use in Finland, but that would be convenient if it, as you said, sexy over there.
They use euro in Finland.
They
but
use
in-
euro. Okay. Well, euro's on the
Yeah,
list.
but in-
It could be that.
In Copenhagen, where I'm going on the way there,
Denmark, yeah.
it's krona.
Krona. All right, well, krona. I can actually see krona here as well. There's Iranian reals. There's tons, British pounds. So we'll find out that later on. Let's just get through these 3 questions first. Last weekend, Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson in a live boxing event with over 60 million viewers worldwide. On what streaming service was that broadcast?
It was on Stan.
It was not on Stan.
I'm sorry, it wasn't.
I'm so sorry, Lauren. I really liked you. Tara, do you know what it was broadcast on?
Fox Sports.
No, not Fox Sports. We're burning through them. You just said goodbye to 250K there.
13, 24, 10 if you want to play.
Kayla, do you know what the boxing fight was on?
I do. It was on Netflix.
It was Netflix. 60 million people saw it. Obviously not our last 2 callers. What colour is the Australian $10 note?
Blue.
All right, Kayla. Now concentrate on this last one, okay? Because this is the last question that stands in front of you, and 250,000 of a currency that is not yet specified.
Just really quickly, what would you spend it on if you won?
Christmas maybe.
Yeah, big Christmas.
That's a big Christmas.
A lot of prawns, a lot of ham.
By boat,
Yeah.
Okay. This is the theme music to what film series?
Harry Potter. That's amazing.
That is amazing. Oh, wow. Kayla, congratulations.
If I got that wrong, my stepdaughter would have been so upset.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
Christmas would have been ruined.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, what are you hoping for? Are you hoping for US dollars? You'd be happy with Australian?
You know, I'd be happy with anything.
Okay. Well, that is the spirit. Let's spin the wheel. You have just won, for you and your family at Christmas time, 250,000 Vietnamese dong.
Pretty good, Kayla. Pretty good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
You're a donglionaire. Well, actually, not quite. You've just won.
You're going to be rolling in dong.
That's a
Sure,
great
my husband
Christmas.
would love that.
All righty. Hey, Kayla, would you want us to convert that before you go?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's do it.
250,000 Vietnamese dong is $15.12 Australian.
Oh, that's all right.
It is, Kayla.
Hey, that's the spirit. Thanks for playing.
No worries. Thank you.
You have a great night.
If you're listening to this podcast at 2 times speed, it's the Ben Liam and Bell podcast. Ben Liam and Bell's
Gory Stories.
Yes, it's a new thing we're doing every Friday now. If you've got a gory story, so if you've injured yourself or witnessed something happen that's a little bit gory, give us a buzz 13 24 10. We do have NutriBullets up for grabs to our favourite caller.
Sean in Adelaide, what's your gory story?
I broke up with my boyfriend and we decided to move out of our house. And the only way we could quickly get out was to hire a truck and do it ourselves. And I was standing on the little hydraulic step lifting that raises it. He was in the front seat with a button control in charge of raising it up and down. The back of my heel got stuck between the truck and the lift and it was being raised. I was screaming. I was going, stop! I just threw up everywhere. It was just the back of my heel was on the back of the truck, but all my tendons were intact, but all the skin had come off all the way out the bone.
And did he apologise?
He took me to hospital and got stitched up, but
That's
I was
nice.
just lucky that my tendons weren't kind of chopped off, basically. They reckon a couple more millimetres and it would have been banned.
Was it a bit of like a romance movie where, like, at the hospital, he like looked into your eyes and realised that you still love each other, or?
No, I wanted to get his head and crush it in the lift, actually.
Oh, right.
But it was, pretty bitter, actually.
No. You could hear that. You could hear that in your voice still. Well, I think it's good you guys moved two separate ways, I reckon.
That bit was Baby Gronk approved. Ben, Liam and Belle's
Gory Stories.
13 24 10, if you've got one. Alana in Sydney, a gory story.
Yeah, so when I was 4 years old, my big sister was helping me get dressed for an event we were going to, and she ripped my earring that I had on and ripped it all the way up and left it like almost a 1 centimetre gash hole in my ear.
Gash hole?
And because I was so scared of my big sister, she threatened I couldn't tell my mum. So by the time my mum found it, it was really bad.
Yeah, and so did the gash hole repair itself? Or
No,
okay.
I have this hole in my ear that I can put my finger through.
Oh,
well, you could have got some of those spaces or whatever they're called.
Stretches.
Yeah, stretches. Yeah.
Do you go to like hardcore gigs at all? Or?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a shame. Rach, what about you in Melbourne? This happened to your brother, a gory story.
It did. He was playing like cricket with family and friends at a birthday party, and it was obviously getting a bit dark. And the ball went over the fence, and automatically he just jumped the fence, thinking he'll get the ball. And he actually, on the other side of the fence, he impaled himself on a star picket. So it actually went up through his groin, like all the way up. Yeah.
I think, and this is wild. Rach, I think this is the second time on this show we've had a start picket through a boy's groin, which is wild. This happens too much.
Yeah. And he automatically, landed on it and then was like, oh, something's wrong. He went to the ground and then I don't know why he did it, but he pulled it out. So he ended up in an ambulance to the Royal Melbourne and then they operated everything, yeah.
Oh, I mean, just a reminder, kids, backyard cricket, always wear your box.
Yeah.
Could save you from a star pick.
Yeah. Do we have the stomach for another one?
I do. That's actually made me feel a bit...
Anything with a star picket?
Yeah. Just jumping over a fence and not expecting it. Oh, man. Okay. All right, Ian, give us one. Give us a gory story.
Hi, how are you? I went to Vietnam with my brother and best friend for a month. I was there for 4 hours, got hit by a motorbike and broke my lower leg in 3 different places.
Okay, these sound effects, I'm sorry, but we just... Unnecessary.
Ian, we never hear the sound effects before we play them on air.
We hear them the same time as you.
Yeah. Oh, that's brutal, man.
4 different places.
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam and Belle.